Hey, how you doing? This is Nia Man. I'm here to explain a little bit about tritones and the applications of it and the resolutions of tritones, and I believe you might learn something from it. So I'm not going to go that deep. I'm just going to go simple and explain the basic concepts of tritones, and I believe it will help you. Before I begin explaining what a tritone is, a tritone simply means three tones or six semitones. If you understand intervals, you basically understand a tritone. So when they say a tritone, it simply means three tones or six semitones. If you look at the keyboard, for example, I'm going to play the chord of C7, which is C, E, G, and B. If you look at it carefully, the interval between the notes, especially between the note E and B flat, is six semitones, and it's a tritone because it's going to have six semitones. Let me count the semitones for you to understand. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here, then there's a tritone here. If I want to go another level below it, this is a tritone. So this is a tritone, the half of C here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. There's a tritone. So if you look at the C7th chord, it contains a tritone of E and B flat. And if you look at the chord of F sharp major, which is the augmented fourth of C, it also contains a tritone of B flat and E. And if you look at it carefully, it's just an inversion of the tritone of C7. See, the tritone of F sharp 7 chord is B flat and E. The tritone of C7 is E and B flat. So you can see that they are related. So it tells you that these chords can be used interchangeably. C7 and F sharp 7 because they contain what? The same tritone. So when you are playing a chord, for example, on C, and you just want to play the tritone, you can just play that's E and B flat on the left. And then maybe you can play maybe C augmented chord here. This can be a tritone here. Now, if I want to extend it to another level, I can play something like this. See? It's also a tritone on C. But the actual chord is C augmented 7, sharpened 9. You just raise the 9. I just inverted it and played it here. The way it sounded like that is because of this tritone here. Or you can even play the C on the root here. So for example, if I'm trying to move to a chord such as D minor, I can play the C tritone. Or if I'm going to a chord such as F minor, the tritone will suit it very, very well. Now let me step it to another level now. I'm going down now. This is also another tritone here. For example, instead of playing a G chord to C, I can play a tritone B over here to C to replace G. Instead of playing the G chord to C, I can play this chord, which is simply B augmented 7 sharpened 9. But what I did was I just played the tritone of B here. This is E flat, and A. Then I play G on my right hand. So the tritone, actually, the real explanation of it is just playing 3 tones on your left hand. There's the tritone, the tritone, the tritone, the tritone, the tritone, and tritone. So you basically play a tritone on the left hand, and then you play the other chord that goes with it on your right hand. I was going to maybe A minor instead of playing I just play a tritone of E. So if you want to understand tritone, it's simply 6 semitones. You know this, the perfect fifth, you reduce the fifth, then it becomes what? Imperfect fifth. So the tritone is simply playing 6 semitones above the root of whatever note you play. So if you want to play a tritone on C here, you just play C and you count 6 semitones above it, and it will be a tritone. And it can go with any chord that you feel like you want to play with. Okay, so let me try and harmonize some simple tritones for you. Again. The best way to use it is, especially as a beginner, is to use it as a 5 of, or whatever chord that you say that you are going to. The 5 of any chord that you are resolving to. For example, if you're going to E minor, you can play the tritone of a B, which is like this. And you go to E minor or the other 9. You know. If you go into F minor, as I said, you play something like that. With the left playing the right onto the F. So that's the basic explanation of tritone. It's simply 6 semitones from the root of whatever chord that you play.